I said, I'm the Senior Technical Advisor of the Victorian Building Authority. I've been with the authority for 15 years, and prior to that I was with Melbourne Water and the Board of Works. And before I get start, can I get an indication if anyone here has attended a ABCB seminar series presentation before? I'm sure Shane has up the back. I'm just going to go through it in parts. Part one of the presentation is on the ABCBs and the Plumbing Code of Australia, which is Volume 3 of the National Construction Code series. Part 2 will summarise how the PCA works. Part 3 will cover the ABCB work programs. Part 4 will provide some examples of how the PCA and the BCA interact with each other and where plumbers need to be aware of the potential overlap. Part 5 will include the key Victorian variations to the Victorian version of 2004, the PCA, and Part 6 will briefly cover the VBA, some VBA audit statistics and common issues on technical inquiries. Part 1, the ABCB. What is the ABCB? The Australian Building Codes Board is a Council of Australian Governments co-act standards writing body that is responsible for the National Construction Code series. The National Construction Code series, including the Building Code of Australia, Volumes 1 and 2, and the Plumbing Code of Australia, Volume 3. The ABCB's mission is to address issues of safety, health and amenity and sustainability in the design, construction and performance of buildings. What does the ABCB do? They develop regulatory codes for the use by states and territories. They participate in the development of Australian standards that are under consideration for referencing in both the building and plumbing codes. They write non-regulatory handbooks for areas that are deemed not to require regulatory control. They administer the watermark certification scheme. The VBA has representatives on the ABCB board and also on the Plumbing Codes Committee. And until recently, the focus of the ABCB was purely on building, but since 2011, they have also had responsibility for the Plumbing Code of Australia. The ABCB is not a regulatory authority, and as such is not responsible for rulings, advice or dispute resolutions on specific construction projects. They're not responsible for workmanship control, quality, durability of materials, or other building-related aspects not covered by the National Construction Code. The ABCB is not responsible for the administrative documents such as building and plumbing contracts, permits, compliance inspections, reports, stop work notices, or certificates. The ABCB is not responsible for the licensing and auditing of the building and plumbing practitioners, regulatory offences, penalties, or appeal processes.